Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Cult Film Review. I'm your host, Cody Everett, and this week we're talking about Troll 2. We're going to review that for you guys, so why don't you just grab some popcorn and grab some snacks, and let's start the show.
Your Hollywood system stole our sex and co-opted our violence, so there's nothing left for our kinds of movies.
I did not hit her. It's not true.
Klopex? Klopex.
Klopex.
Up yours, baby.
Me and Bubba, my little brother, listen to you every night.
Where in the hell are we?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
All right, guys, so this week we are reviewing the 1990 cult film Troll 2. All right, so who here has not seen this movie before? Was there anybody who hadn't seen this movie?
I hadn't seen it all the way through. This is my first full.
I saw it when I was like 8, probably.
This is like the third time I've seen it.
Okay, I had seen it before also. So no one was shocked going into it. Everybody pretty much knew what they were getting into.
Yeah,
I had forgotten how bad it was, but then it just started. I started kind of seeing more about how this is the best worst movie ever, which made me remember more about the film. Like the fact that I didn't remember when I was a kid that it was this bad, but when you go back and watch it as an adult, you see it in a totally different way.
Well, this was the first time I ever watched it sober, so.
Which is not a must. You must not watch this sober.
No, you need to be on
Definitely.
some sort of intoxicant or drug
Because what it's about is
to fully
basically-
appreciate it.
Agreed.
It's about the Waits family. They're going on a vacation for a month to a quaint little town known as Nilbog.
Nilbog.
That's a long time to go on a vacation.
A month is a very long time.
Yeah.
That's not even like, that's not a vacation. There should be another word for that.
But I mean, there's just so many sights to see in that town that it really takes a month.
Yeah, I mean,
It
there's
really
that
does.
street, and then that other street, and then
There's-
that building.
I think
And the
there-
26 people that live there.
yeah.
I think there may be one street, but so the family is basically going to go on vacation there, but their son Joshua is troubled by visions of his dead Grandpa Seth, and Grandpa Seth is basically warning them not to go to this town because there's evil there, and when they get there, there is definitely some evil.
Yeah, I guess if you could call it that. Like,
Yeah, I don't think they thought they were evil.
No.
They thought they were doing a good job.
No,
Well-
not at all.
Well,
They thought that they were evil.
Grandpa Seth reads him the story about the goblins.
About Peter and the
yeah,
goblins.
attacking
Right.
Peter. And so he says this is basically what's going to happen if you go to this town. There's these goblins that live there, and you're going to be eaten.
Because they'll feed you a broth or pudding or
really any
Kool-Aid
any-
or
and
any
everything-
milk.
any
or-
food that looks like a green icing that you put on like a St. Patty's Day cupcake.
Oh, yeah, that shit was bright green.
Oh, my God.
Everything.
will turn you into a plant so that the goblins, because
Yeah.
there are no trolls.
There are
in this
no
movie.
trolls in this film.
So if you're looking for trolls, Troll 2 is not the film to watch.
Just nothing but goblins.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason that the movie got the name Troll 2 is because that the company that released the film didn't think that it was going to do well for some reason.
I don't know why they wouldn't.
And put the troll name on it to make it sell more, basically.
Right.
The producer, I forget his name. His theory behind movies were basically they were there to make money and not be entertaining. So that might give you some insight into this movie, also.
How do you do that though? Did they have to buy the rights to Troll? Like,
No, I think the company that released it already owned the rights to Troll.
They
I don't
already
know why.
own the
I don't
rights?
know why a company would pick this movie.
'cause I'm
up
trying to think like,
begin
could I
with.
just like name my next short film like Guardians of the Galaxy 2.5? Like,
You
I
could.
it's
wonder
great.
if you
Watch
could-
it.
I don't think
There
so.
are no Guardians, and it doesn't take place in our galaxy.
What galaxy does it take place in? Now you got me interested.
Some other galaxy,
Well, that's sick.
like the
sci-fi.
the Nebula Galaxy, the Crab Galaxy.
So so in the whole crew except for the actors were Italian. The director's Italian. The crew's Italian. His wife, the director's wife, wrote it.
Yes.
And she wrote it basically against friends because her friends were becoming vegetarians, and she just thought it pissed her off, basically.
Yeah, kind of an asshole move.
Yeah, so she wrote a movie about vegetarians and it put them. It basically is. It's so weird because they turn them into plants and then eat them, and they can't have eaten. They have to be fasting because if they eat meat, then they won't eat them.
Right. That's exactly what I gathered from this film, was that meat was somehow poison to them and that they had to turn them into plants to eat them so that they were now not meat anymore.
Yes.
Those disgusting meat sacks that we
Yeah.
all are.
Well, you know what? It gives you smelly bladders.
Stinky bladder.
Stinky bladders. Give you that, which no one wants that.
No. They host they what do they host group meetings about
meat,
about not eating meat,
about the dangers of meat.
Yeah, and why everybody should be vegetarians.
You need to watch out for the meat products, is what this movie is really telling you. Which is weird because it's supposed to be pro meat, but it's very anti meat for the goblins.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, they have a very good point. Like, I feel like the goblins in this, like, they're justified to some extent, a little bit.
Why?
Well, I mean, like, what was
they're
it?
from Stonehenge?
They were from Stonehenge. No. I mean, what was that new study that just came out about, like, processed meat, and they definitely linked them to cancer? Like, don't eat ham. Don't eat bacon.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
No clue.
But, I mean, they make a good point to say, hey, eat healthy.
Yeah.
Maybe you should.
So that was the message of this film, was to eat healthy?
No, but that's the weird thing. Like,
yeah.
She wrote it to be against vegetarians, but like that's kind of what you get through it is that like
because the goblins want to eat you if you're a vegetarian, so you think it's like that's
they think they think that if you eat meat you're disgusting. That's why they're like killing humans basically.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then they eat them as food. They turn them into plants and eat them as food because I'm guessing they don't want to eat plants. I'm just guessing. I'm just piecing things together because there's really no.
I have no idea.
But wait, were they made of meat? Are goblins meat?
Yeah, goblins are definitely meat. You can see
Okay.
it through the mask. You can see it
that nice
through the
paper
hands.
mache mask that
Okay.
they wore.
Yeah, okay.
God damn it.
The eyeballs are fantastic.
Dude, those masks are awful, awful, god awful.
What about the fog in the beginning of the movie that Peter has to walk through? You could barely see Peter. It was so thick.
Yeah, I know. He just comes like it's like somebody was just ripping the bong on the side of the blowing it into the
Which I heard there was a lot of weed smoking in this film.
Was
Yes,
there?
Yes, there
Yes.
was. Yeah,
Yeah,
on set,
so-
apparently a lot.
The best performance I think is that guy in the crazy like store owner
Oh.
that gives the kid the milk. They got that guy out of
Oh
like
my.
he was like insane. He like literally was insane.
No, he
My
was.
favorite line is when he's like, "Do you have eggs?" And he's just like, "Ah!" Like fucking.
We're vegetarians in no bog.
But they talked to this guy
the milk is
afterwards,
free.
and he said that he was just blazed out of his mind when he
Really?
did that
Oh,
role.
interesting.
And that's why he's like, I don't even remember doing any of
Well,
that.
none of these people were
But
real
good
actors.
job.
They all showed up as to be extras and ended up being cast as the lead characters. Like that's pretty much how
Which
to
is an
play it.
extra's dream.
Yeah, and this is the lead ensemble that the director chose, and it shows. Who was your favorite actors? If you had to pick them, mine would be the dad, and also, yeah, probably just the dad. Actually,
What?
No, wrong. Yeah, I would.
best actor is what, not favorite, but best. I'm sorry, maybe I said favorite.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about like acting ability.
Actually, having skill, like some kind of skill there.
Credence.
I
Credence.
think the trees,
Drama
the trees that
teacher.
you see, the buildings were really
No.
good.
Honestly, Arnold was the strongest performer out of everyone, even with the "My God" line.
But it started good and then it ended so bad. Like the first half of his character.
Everybody
was
else
great.
starts off bad and ends bad too, though, Chris.
No, not him. He started off good and then he lost it somewhere.
So
along
he
the way.
wins. He started off good.
I
I can tell you who was trying really hard.
the mom.
The mom was trying hard.
Stiff as
the
a
main,
board,
the main
dude.
girl, the main woman, the evil woman.
Credence is
Oh.
no. What are you
I was
talking about?
Dude, she was like, she reminded me of like some drama
I'm not
student
no,
from high
no,
school.
but
that
I'm not
just
saying that
came
she was
out-
good. I'm saying that she was trying.
Oh yeah.
She was trying hard.
She was playing to the cheap seats.
Oh yeah.
She did not realize that she was on camera and that it was really close to her.
Yeah.
She thought the camera was 2 miles away when she
Way
was
into
saying
the
her,
cheap
yeah,
seats,
when she
yeah.
was saying her lines. She was there's acting and then there's acting, and she was definitely
What saved her for
the
me?
second.
What saved her character for me is when we saw her without the makeup, but she looked really good.
And okay,
because she looks so fucking ugly, and her acting is way over the top. that I was just like, get out of here. And then she showed up, and I was like, wow, she's actually really beautiful.
Yeah.
but then she exits, and then she looks in a mirror, and then she sees how horrendous she
Yeah.
is again. And why does she freak out? Like, did she not know? Like, oh, I use a spell to make myself beautiful. I don't understand what that
I don't
whole
know.
scene was about.
There's a lot to not understand.
Like, shit,
in
that
this
spell
movie.
lasted way less time than I thought it would.
They're eating her. And then they're going to eat me. Oh my
So I want to focus a little bit on down here and focus on some things specifically.
Like the serious stuff about
yeah,
this film?
like the serious things, like the music in this
Yeah.
film. And let me tell you something. The music of this movie is thebomb.com. And I
It's-
don't use that lightly.
Where can I find this on vinyl?
Right? Where can you find
Yeah.
It's so
The
bad.
Troll 2
It's just,
soundtrack.
I read, it's just, like, was it the wife? I think it was the wife. She was just writing, like, she just got a synthesizer and just like, I'll just play this.
No, I don't know. There's some pretty rocking tunes in this. I mean, I'm not
The
doubting
opening
her
theme,
abilities,
bro, is
but
like
a writer and a musician. Damn,
she's talented.
so
I would have married her
talented.
too. Skills, bro. We
Yeah.
talked about that in audition.
I
Look
would
it
have
up.
made her a movie any day.
So the music's not good. We know that, but the music's again, it's like it brings life to this movie that this movie needed.
Yeah.
Like as far as like it helps with the hokiness and the cheesiness, and just elevates it so much. Cinematography also is just
Cinematography?
that bad.
cinematography. That's what it said, cinematography.
Cinematography.
It's new. You guys don't.
Cinematography.
I didn't have a problem with the cinematography.
One time you say one thing wrong. One time.
Yeah, we're going to get on you for that.
One time. The cinematography though.
Yes. Jarring.
Right?
Jarring cinematography.
No, there was some really
Put Buffalo
smooth
66
pans.
to shame,
There
in
was
my opinion.
there was smooth pans and dolly outs. You know, is that a right term?
Dolly out. I think it's rack focus out. I don't
Dolly
know.
out.
I
No, we're
can't
dollying out back
Do
away.
you dolly? Yeah, I guess so.
They do a lot of.
They do some. They do a lot of reveals.
They use the close up a lot too. They use the close up to
Especially
the
on
advantage.
Joshua.
Oh, Joshua's always close
Fucking
up.
insane.
Holly gets a lot of close ups, but when she's dancing, they gotta cut away.
Oh my god, her dance in the mirror is classic.
But girls do that, right?
Yeah, they probably would do that.
I think I've walked in on my significant other doing
I
that.
do that. I do that.
I do that dance.
Who doesn't
The
do
Holly
that?
dance.
I dance in the mirror. How do you know if you're good if you ain't dancing in the mirror and watch yourself?
How do you know you're good?
And you know what I found out?
What?
I was horrible.
Yeah. Well, I found that out by just doing it. I didn't have to look at myself in the mirror.
Oh, really? You just feel the music?
I just feel
You're
the
just
shame.
so into it.
I just feel the eyes.
It's just one with me.
So one of the things I kind of want to break down too is like the writing of this movie, because there's several things that come up, right?
Yeah.
Friends, hospitality, and being a vegetarian.
These are the important parts of this. This is what
Those are like the standout themes of this movie.
Right.
It's the subtext.
Elliot's not allowed to have friends because otherwise he's a homo.
And if you have, no, he's a good for nothing.
Oh, good for nothing. And
Yeah.
Like, which the whole time I'm like, what makes him a good for nothing?
I don't know.
That
Like-
he hangs out with his friends.
Yeah.
Mike, get
That's
with
not
it.
right. You can't have friends.
You can't have friends.
He's the kind of guy
You
that
can't
gets
date
his-
Holly and
No.
have friends.
No, you'll get your little nuts bit off by your father.
By his father? Or I'm not sure that's how it went in the
I
movie.
wouldn't put it past this film, dude. Everybody's father's
That's the-
biting nuts off.
But that's the weird thing, too, is this movie is so not violent.
Not really.
PG-13.
It's not violent at all.
And even when there are violent scenes,
it's green.
Yeah.
It's green, and not only that, but the reactions, like when she's chainsaw on that dude's legs, he's smiling like it tickles or something.
Because
he's just like, woo.
Do you think,
Isn't he under a spell or something?
Do you think that because the blood was green and all that stuff that's why they came from Stonehenge and like they were like evil like they were leprechauns is basically what they were saying.
I don't know.
Did they really come from Stonehenge? Did I miss that part?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Oh, I'm really
That's where
glad. I'm really glad Stonehenge is making another
that's
appearance.
that's the rock they put their hands on at the end, and Credence ancestors are from Stonehenge, and Credence is a goblin. So I'm guessing they're evil leprechauns.
Yeah, fair.
I did
yeah.
have that question. Why do they all have 4-leaf clovers?
Yeah,
on them, but they're
and
goblins?
that's another thing too.
This is just a mishmash of small creatures like
Mm-hmm.
like a troll, goblin, leprechaun, whatever.
Leprechauns and goblins.
Just make it out of a paper bag.
Yeah.
Throw some dog hair on it. Put some googly eyes, and let's film this son of a bitch.
I will wait, but where did those masks come from?
Paper mache.
They were?
I don't know.
But did they try to make them look like at least look like the creatures from Troll 1?
No.
Because
This has nothing.
These are not trolls.
No, I know. But anybody that's seen the original movie, it does kind of look like the main troll.
This movie had nothing to do with the original movie.
No,
though.
I totally know that.
He's
but
saying the mask design.
The mask design
like...
did look semi-similar to.
Like someone punched a paper bag and then.
It's like they were trying to make it. Like, can you make it look like that movie? Sure.
Threw a burlap sap on some midgets until they got in a fight.
I think the Troll 2 title was an afterthought.
I know that it was.
Does anybody know what the original was?
No, I don't know.
No, probably
Nilbog.
Goblin 2.
Goblin 2.
It was actually called Nilbog.
Okay.
We love tourists.
Nilbog, don't eat meat.
PETA loves this movie. That's what you don't understand.
Yeah.
PETA loves this movie.
They watch it every year at their annual conference.
It's what they put on. They're like, you know what? This is how we get kids to stop eating meat. That's so when watching this, that is one of the first things that screamed out to me. And it's funny because we had this conversation, me and Mike did separately on our own private time. Because we saw the Goosebumps movie together. Whatever, it was a date.
Mm-hmm.
But this movie reminded me, as I was watching it, I was like, this is like a really bad episode of Goosebumps.
It is.
Like, that's
the green slime for sure
No,
makes it feel
and
that
the
way.
whole story, because the whole story focuses on a kid.
Yeah.
The whole and none of the parents believe him.
Yeah.
Right? And he's got his dead grandpa who has the powers of Jesus is helping him. He's got more powers than fucking Superman.
Yeah.
Grandpa Seth does.
Like, I was trying to figure out where that came from. Was it like a wizard? They don't really explain it, right?
No, that's never explained. It's just there because it's there. Like, he can
Like everything
freeze
in this
time. He can manifest himself and chop off goblin hands.
Yeah.
Like, Grandpa Seth is a bad mammer jammer.
Can't figure out what room Josh was in, though.
Can't figure it out. Well, he's not used to that house layout.
Oh, that's right. He doesn't
hasn't
have the
figured-
blueprints on hand.
Yeah, he figured it out in the spirit world. You can stop time in the spirit world. You can
No GPS.
No GPS, nothing.
Nothing.
I like
No.
how he's like also like, you have 30 seconds, and then it's like 2 minutes later.
Yeah, that was not 30. I wanted to time it, but Cody wouldn't let me.
He's like, hurry the fuck up, kid.
And they
Seriously, I'm pushing this really far.
Which brings you to one of the best lines in the movie.
What's that?
You can't piss on hospitality, and I won't let you.
And
That whole
You
scene.
can't do
That
it.
whole
Oh
scene
my
is so
God.
great.
You see these? You see this writing? You know what that means?
Hospitality.
And
Yeah.
what was the father's issue? Like, what was his weird fetish with Southern country living?
I don't know.
He was
said
so
it wasn't
involved
in his,
in it.
ancestors. Or
I don't know.
I
He's just like,
wanted to-
this is really
I
country.
want to
like,
live by my people did.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Like, he had a very weird.
Obsession.
It's a fetish.
It was.
He was.
Yeah, he was getting all googly eyed when he was talking about it with
Yeah.
the wife, and she was like, "What does goblins mean?" And he's like,
Goblins?
What? You know? And then he just starts laughing in the next shot. It's like, okay, that's over.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk more about Troll 2 when we get back.
Do you see this writing? Do you know what it means? Hospitality. And you can't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it.
What are you going to do to me, Daddy?
Tightening my belt by one loop so I don't feel hunger pains. And your sister and mother will have to do likewise. Okay, Joshua, you want to get rough with me. You want to show me that you don't like the choice of this house for our vacation by going on a hunger strike. Well, I'll accept the challenge. But just remember, when I was your age, I really did suffer from hunger. We'll see who gets through this. But just remember, I've got more practice than you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey guys, we're back and we are talking about Troll 2, the 1990 cult classic. It's so bad, it's good. All right, so I want to talk about some of our favorite. Are you all right, Chris?
What are you doing?
Dying
I'm
over there.
choking on thick cut sausage right now.
Thick cut sausage.
Oh, I got the hiccups.
Ruining the show.
You did the Heimlich.
Need help?
Now he looks like a fallen angel.
He's gonna dive.
Watch out for the fan.
Looks like he's gonna do a fantastic dive.
Yeah.
Chris.
Greg Louganis
Chris
Louganis.
Chris
Louganis steps up
to the edge of the diving board. He's looking very
He's
concentrated.
in
Oh, hands are spread now.
twisted swan position.
He has the hands spread. He's ready to go. He's going to sit now.
What's Louganis?
You don't know Greg Louganis?
No. I thought that was just an insult.
Okay, so I want to talk about some of our favorite. Who's your favorite character? Just let me know right now. I need to know. In this movie, who is your favorite character? Kyle?
Joshua.
The boy?
Yeah.
Shocked by that. I'm shocked. Chris?
Holly or Grandpa Seth.
Grandpa Seth? Really? Grandpa Seth? Well, he's the hero.
Yeah, he's not a good character.
Credence is a close.
Oh, Credence.
Yeah.
Come
yeah.
on.
She's.
Are we basing this off acting prowess or just overall favorite?
If you were to
overall, whether you like him or not.
yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Grandpa Seth is just creepy as hell, dude.
Yeah,
That's
he looks like he touches people.
He did
Mike, your favorite character?
He touched
I want
Peter.
to add the dad to my list really quick. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Go for it.
I like the store guy that doesn't like eggs. I can't remember his name. He has a weird name.
I
Can't remember his name though.
am a Holly fan to the day I die.
Okay.
She has the best lines, the best delivery. She beats the shit out of Elliot throughout the whole movie.
She slugs him in the nuts like uppercut.
Then she knocks him on his ass when she walks down to the RV to say it's me or your friends. You choose.
Dude, do you think that's fair of her to do that? To
No,
him?
it's not fair.
No. We're in sync.
It's the weirdest part of dialogue in the whole movie.
It
I
makes
feel like
no sense. Don't have friends.
he's got friends, so he's a good for nothing. How
And
dare he have
and
friends?
he just buckles.
He does to everything.
Yeah.
It's so fun. Okay.
Yeah, and then he ends up like following her with his friends in the RV up to Nilbog.
Yeah, but to be fair, his friends were horn dogs.
But then he just drops the RV.
Maybe he drops it.
Like when he's told when he's going back with the family to the house.
Oh, he tells him just do what you want with the RV or something.
Just do what
to
you
his
want with
friend.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and they do. They fill it with popcorn.
Where
'Cause
did
I was
he
like-
get the RV?
Oh,
Yeah, that's what
God.
I was wondering. Where did he get an RV from? He's like
And
16 years old.
How did he get an RV, and why does he not care what happens to it?
I'm sure there's some backstory to it. In my mind, it's his grandfather's RV.
Just
the one-
grandfather's all over this movie.
Yeah. You know, hey, Grandpa, can I bother RV? Yeah, you have your license now. Go take it out.
Go camping.
Go take it out. Go camping.
Who was your favorite goblin?
Oh my God.
Ugly 2? I don't know what the fuck you would call it. I don't know. What do you mean?
The
Did they
one-
have names? They didn't have
Goblin 30.
personalities.
The one with the fake eyes?
The one that
the googly eyes?
burst at the end.
Yeah, they do burst at the end.
Burst.
And the funny thing is, like, I love the scene. These trolls are so non-threatening, or goblins, sorry, are so non-threatening. It's my favorite thing ever because the scene with Arnold, where he's chasing the girl who's running through the woods, who's just screaming about the monsters.
Like, where did she come from, too?
Yeah.
She
Makes no sense.
had
Just pops
stopped
in.
at the Nilbog gas station and got herself some milk.
Bad move.
Drank a little, and then she was running through because the trolls were after
And can
her.
we talk about the milk for a second, too? Like,
It's a week old.
It's a week old. And
Why is it always a week old?
did anybody notice that there's no cows anywhere in Nilbog?
Well, did you know
no one
it's-
got curious.
it's
Like,
'cause
this is
I
homegrown
don't think
milk.
that's real milk.
No, it's vegetarian milk. Everybody knows
You think
that.
it's soy milk? You
Soy
think it's
milk.
almond
It's
milk?
Plant
It's almond
milk.
milk. It's got. You didn't see the chunks of almond in it?
Yeah, it did. You're right. Good call. I saw little pieces of almond.
So when he's standing in the middle of all the
He's
the
saying,
goblins.
all the goblins, and he's like, and he walks away from him, and one just chucks a spear
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
His whole speech is hilarious. All right, you guys, you better knock it off. You better get out of here. There's going to be trouble. It's like, oh yeah, okay,
Okay.
okay. We're all packing spears right now, and you're telling us there's going to be trouble
Yeah, because they're little.
and ugly as fuck.
Yeah. What
And-
did
and
he think he was encountering?
I don't know because he wasn't like shocked by it at
Handicapped
all.
people?
It seemed,
that
it
wrong?
seemed like common occurrence.
just a little.
That might be wrong to say.
What else would he
What
think?
would you assume?
What would he assume?
Yeah, monsters. I'm
He
gonna go tell
no,
him
but
to
he definitely did not
take
think
a hike.
monsters. He thought like and he says it too. There's a logical explanation for this, even when the girl is melting in green goop. He's like, there's a logical explanation for this.
The skeptic.
He
And
kind
the-
of looked like
idiot
he looked kind of like the Blue Ranger. Did you not think?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit like Blue Ranger.
And then he was the idiot accepted. The idiot accepted. What did I say?
Skeptic.
Thank you.
yeah,
he-
the idiot skeptic. Yeah.
He is that, and then he meets his end when he meets Credence,
Well, you know what?
and that's when we're introduced.
Not
to
in movies.
the head,
not in
the head
movies.
goblin, which is Credence.
The gobliness.
She's the head, definitely,
certainly the head.
and she is maniacal and evil, and she has weird face tics.
Yeah, and bad teeth. Real bad teeth.
She loves them
Could
cigarettes.
use a real good dentist.
Scrubbing, yeah.
Dentist.
Well, you know,
Yes.
lay off the cigarettes.
Maybe like a Sonicare. Would really help
Do you think
her out.
like
and a
she's
water pick.
Do you
Yeah.
think she's just there like smoking cigarettes, waiting for people to come to Nilbog?
Yeah. Maybe she is.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You see that performance? She's been waiting a long time. She's been practicing. Oh my god.
God damn.
She was.
What a fucking disaster this I'm sorry.
It
it's so
is.
bad.
It is really, really
Yeah.
bad movie.
You know what's funny about this? I was listening there. I was reading about it. This film used to be played side by side with Rocky Horror Picture Show because I guess there's a whole audience participation thing that goes on with this film.
Huh.
I don't know what they do. Like, what do they throw? Like, you know, green.
Like just bring green Jello
Yeah,
and
just
shit.
bring
like
some
Kool-Aid.
icing.
They probably throw like lettuce.
Yeah,
They
right.
probably
It's-
throw
like what are they
cucumbers.
using? But
Lots of
it's so weird
vegetables.
because it played side by this film. But I mean, Rocky Horror Picture Show is a good show. It's a good movie.
It is a good
It's not
movie.
known as being like it's so bad it's good. It's a good film with some good music and Meatloaf's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'll tell you right now, goblins would have fucking freaked out
Dude,
over Meatloaf.
if Meatloaf was Grandpa Seth,
Oh my god, how good would that be?
this movie would have
Yeah.
killed. at the
If he
box
say
office.
yeah, and that's
Would've
why his
elevated
superpower
its
is because
cult
he's
status.
made of meatloaf.
He freezes time. He cuts off. He
For
can
30
manifest-
seconds.
He can, he can manifest himself. What else does he do? He shows up in mirrors.
Those are all powers that he has in all of his videos, so that makes a lot of sense.
It does. Oh my God, Grandpa Seth is Meatloaf.
Could be.
Fan theory. Here it is.
Fan theory. Kyle, do you want to tell your fan theory
About what?
about the
green
thing? Why does
degree
no
writing.
one realize in this film that this green stuff looks like something that might not be appetizing?
Oh, I said because the boy Joshua, because the grandfather told him the stories, he's like privy to. So
Privy,
he's
yeah,
the
okay.
privy. Thank
Yeah.
you. So he's the only one who
He's
can actually.
pervy though. He was pervy. He definitely was pervy. But continue.
Yeah. No, so only he could actually see that it was green. Everybody else, it just looked like normal food, I thought.
Do you think that they were descendants of Peter?
Well, who?
The Waits.
Yes.
Oh yeah. That's
Yes.
Oh, how else would Grandpa know that other than
Yeah.
reading the book?
What if Grandpa is Peter?
Grandpa Peter
no,
Seth?
but how he got eaten?
Or did he?
Yeah,
Did he?
Peter.
Did
You think he was telling a story? He's like, yeah, I got eaten,
Yeah.
and then
That's how he died.
no, there's no way.
6 months ago.
Yeah. It's a 1,000-year battle he's been
But
fighting.
he was like
Yeah.
in Lederhosen and shit. That guy was like, I assumed that he was. This took place. The story took place in like medieval times,
or like an
which made no
Oktoberfest.
sense because it was in America.
Could have just been at an Oktoberfest.
So he's just coming back from an Oktoberfest one night. He's just like
Tried to take the shortcut.
So I met a beautiful woman on Oktoberfest. And,
I heard this is the exact same plot as the new Underworld that's going to be coming out. That
I
they're gonna
heard.
be adding goblins.
I heard that. Yeah, instead of lichens, it's going to be goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they're gonna be from
Which I think is a good
Nilbog.
move because you don't want to keep doing the same trick over and over
You
and over
really-
again.
You got to introduce new monsters.
Absolutely.
and goblins aren't done enough.
They're not.
Mm.
We've
Goblin's
done
a good
vampires.
word.
Because if you
We've done. What else have we done? Werewolves have been
Werewolves.
done.
The
vampires.
half breed was done in that. They did
That's
a
right.
half breed.
That's right.
So the only thing you can bring in
It's
is
the new
goblin.
threat. It's the new
Oh,
threat.
we didn't do
new threat.
Leprechaun yet.
Yeah.
Leprechaun's got its own series. When has a
And
goblin had
all
a
of them
movie
are
since
cult
this?
films. Somehow.
Yeah.
When has Goblin
I
had?
want to do Leprechaun in space if we do Leprechaun.
We're gonna have to do all 6 or 5 or whatever the fuck.
We should
it's
do
up
it just
to now.
all in the month of March.
Just all the Leprechauns.
all the leprechauns all the way through.
Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Cult Film Review will be doing the Leprechaun run.
In the
How many
hood.
are there now?
There's a lot. Leprechaun in Space.
I think there's
It's one of the best.
5, and then there was the remake.
Leprechaun in the Hood.
No, there's Leprechaun 1, Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun 3, Leprechaun 4 is in space. Then there's
Number 5's in the hood.
there's Hood, and then there's Back to the Hood.
Back to the Hood.
So there's 6, and then the
He liked the
new
hood so much he went
whatever,
back.
Went back.
Origins.
You know, I've been to DC. I've been
Yeah.
to space. The hood, that was the best.
That is the best thing.
Good people.
Yep.
All right, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna give our ratings for this film, and then we're gonna play a fantasy draft of the top 5 themes from cult films. We'll be right back.
A double-decker bologna sandwich!
Don't do it! Sucks your blood! Think about the cholesterol! Think about the toxins!
Hey guys, we're back and we are talking about Troll 2. We're going to go ahead and rate this film for you right now. I would like to start off with Mike and get Mike's review for Troll 2.
Man, it's a tough one for me. This film is horrible. It's just a disaster all the way through. If I could give it like an honest review, it'd be just a regular bologna sandwich. We're doing double-decker bologna sandwiches, correct?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, I just give it a regular bologna sandwich. It's like a single slice of bologna.
So
It's like a
Between
0.5.
But you know what? Honestly, it's such a disaster. It is kind of good. And when I've been not sober on drinking alcohol or whatever, it's a really fun film. It's definitely a film that you want to get a little hammered to. But I'm going to give it 3 double-decker bologna sandwiches.
3 double-decker bologna sandwiches from Mike. Chris?
I'm going to give it 4. It's been a long time since I saw the film, and I did not remember it being as cheesy as it was. But that's what makes it so much fun to watch, is that every line is quotable, every character is bad. The writing, not very good, didn't translate well into like American actors. The director was apparently very against them going off script, and even when they'd make suggestions, he'd say they'd have to take it right from the script. I love that. I think that's the charm of the film, and even though the monsters are horrible and the storyline is ridiculous, for me, I could watch this movie again and again.
All right, I'll go next. I'm going to say that this is the quintessential so bad it's good movie. Like, this is, you look up it's so bad it's good movie in the dictionary, Troll 2 is number 1 on the list.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, I have to give it a full 5. I've watched this movie 3 times since yesterday. That's how many times I've watched this movie because I can't get enough. Like, every time I watch it, there's a new line that I hear where I'm like, what did they just say? Hilarious. Like, this is one that you show to your friends and just let them watch it and you don't say a word. And you watch their reaction watching it because it's going to be just as fun as watching the movie.
Do you think everybody's going to get it, though? Because
No.
I watched this
No.
with Desiree, and the look on her face was anger.
No, not.
I'll tell you, this watching was the same for me. I just wasn't in the mood. I wasn't in the mood. If you're
Yeah.
not in the mood for watching just an absolute train wreck of a film, then yeah, you're going to be angry. And that's how I felt. I was angry watching
She made
this
me
film.
promise to take her on 2 dates for sitting through this film.
Well, there better be good dates.
I'll give it. I'm going to
It's
give
going to
it
be a date to Troll 2.
Yeah, right. To Troll 1, maybe. Maybe we'll show Troll 1.
5 full double-decker bologna sandwiches for me. Because
Wow.
this movie to me, I loved it, dude.
That's a lot of baloney.
It's a lot of bologna, but I love this movie.
That's 10 full decks of bologna.
You know what?
Man.
Because I believe that you don't piss on hospitality. And guess what, Mike? I won't let you.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair
Loosen
enough.
your belt.
Tighten it.
Oh yeah, tighten it.
Or loosen it. Whatever, Chris. It's crazy night.
Do what we want.
Kyle, you're next. How many double-decker bologna sandwiches are you going to fit in your belly because of this movie?
Being that this is probably the first time I've seen it all the way through, I don't have much to say because I feel like I'm lost in a dream right now, and I haven't quite figured out what the fuck this movie's all about. Although the second partial viewing, I'm going to agree with Mike, you need to be drunk or intoxicated in some way to enjoy it. And it definitely made me appreciate the film a whole hell of a lot more. So I'm going to give it 3 double-decker bologna sandwiches.
I have a question for everybody right now. Okay, since we discussed it before, Pieces or Troll 2 in terms of so bad it's good?
I'd put them in a double feature set. Yeah. I think that
that's a
these
killer
films
double
should be
feature set.
I think these films should be packaged together and sold like as the bad film duo. Troll 2 seemed to move along a little quicker than Pieces, so I would maybe go with Troll 2, but Pieces is almost equally as bad.
I would have to go with Troll 2.
Pieces right now for me. But
Pieces for you?
I feel like I'm going to rewatch Troll 2 a lot.
Yeah, I think Troll 2. I've seen it 3 times. Pieces up when I saw it, I was like, I can't watch this film again.
Yeah, that's true.
So
The replay value is different.
You're right.
What, in
I think
Pieces?
Chris hit the nail on the head. The speed of the film has a lot to do with it too.
Oh, you said you wouldn't watch Pieces again.
I would not watch Pieces again.
I would.
Eh.
I like the just horribleness of it.
I would watch Pieces again, definitely.
You can't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it.
All right, so we're going to play a game next. This is a version of our fantasy draft where we draft the top 5 things in the category, that 1 being the best, 5 being the worst. This time we are doing movie themes. I don't want to limit it to just cult films because I looked at my list and I realized most of mine aren't cult films. But that's okay. None of them were anything that you've heard me playing while you guys were thinking of yours. So I will. Let's start off with Kyle. Kyle, you're number 5.
My number 5. It's going to be the theme song to the movie Shaft.
Ooh! Wow!
That's good.
Very good.
Brilliant
Really
choice.
Good. I love
Good
it.
choice. Not on my list, but great choice. A little jealous of that. Chris?
Number 5 for me is the Lost Boys theme.
Oh.
Yeah, Cry Little Sister is the name of the song.
Cry Little Sister.
Yep.
Yep, great song.
Yeah, I love
great
that.
choice. That's another good one not on my list.
Mm-hmm.
Mike?
Okay, I'm going to start off a little obvious and then kind of like work my way to more obscure. I'm going to go with number 5 is going to be Say Anything in Your Eyes, Peter Gabriel. Seems like a very quintessential song. Definitely the song that kind of like defines that film, I think.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
scene is
for
obviously
sure.
like
Defines
the
that
most
generation.
Completely associated with it.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to go with that as my number 5.
My number 5 would be Class of Nukem High theme song from. I love that theme song. It's just one of my personal favorites. So that's why it's on my list. But Class of Nukem High, the theme song for that movie, is fantastic. Let me give you a couple of fan picks here. They gave us.
Where'd this come from?
This came from our Instagram. You can check us out on Instagram at cultfilm_review. We do fun stuff like this where we ask people on there, and then we get to tell you guys what they think. Enmore6 said the best theme is Justice, Deadly Prey. And then we got Podmax Podcast. They gave out a whole bunch. Revenge was one of them. Death Wish, Point Blank, Once Upon a Time in the West, Old Boy. Naughty Knots threw out Revenge, I Spit on Your Grave, Hills Have Eyes, Mother's Day. So there is a bunch, and thanks for guys for doing that. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
So, Kyle, number 4.
It literally sounded like you just ended the game.
I know, didn't it? I know.
So we'll see you next week.
And now for the real picks. Yeah.
Kyle, number 4.
Number 4 is the title song for the movie Weird Science.
Oh,
good one.
Wow. There's some good ones going around
Yeah,
tonight.
That was good.
Chris, number 4.
The Exorcist theme.
Too high.
No.
It's too high.
Too high?
Too high.
I thought that was too low,
Too high.
if anything.
Okay.
I've heard 3 different picks from other people that are better than that. Too high.
Dude, no way. That's classic. That is a creepy theme song.
Mike.
Number 4 would be Friday the 13th. I don't even know if it has a name to it. I don't know if it has a title.
Just a
but it's
Great pick.
yeah, it's just so obvious.
Not on my list. Wish it was. A little jealous of that pick. Mine's kind of a cool film, but a little bit of a more major film. Gotta go with the Ghostbusters theme.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is number 4. And that was hard to put at number 4.
Too low.
Not high enough, you mean, or not low enough? Not closer to
when
number
I think
1?
of high, I think of like
What are you
closer to
saying to
number
me?
1.
I just want to know what you're saying to me.
I want to say it should have been lower, a lower number.
All right, for the number 3 spot, Kyle. What is your number 3?
All right, I think I'm going to go with theme song to Escape from New York.
Ooh, I almost put that on my list, and I didn't, and I was upset that I didn't because I love that theme. I love all John Carpenter themes, but
that one is exceptionally
that one's really good.
amazing.
It's pretty good.
Number 3, Chris?
Ghostbusters.
Oh, well, it's got to be on there, right?
Yeah, it has to. For me, it does. I grew up on it, so
exactly. Mike?
I'm gonna go with Chris. My number 3 is Tubular Bells. Yeah, Exorcist.
Oh yeah,
That's
you
such
see that?
It's a really good song.
Too high.
It's a good song.
Should be
it's a
number
good song.
Should be number 99.
Should be number 78. My number 3 is Back to the Future. Huey Lewis in the News.
I
thought about that
is
one.
That
but
a cult film?
Not really cult film, but that song is so good.
Oh, there is a huge cult following.
That's
for
true.
Back
What,
to
Back
the
in
Future.
Time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
They did a few, right?
Yeah, he did. But everybody knows the
People are making DeLoreans.
They made
Nobody's
the whole
making a Troll
that whole
2
track
costume.
was all Huey Lewis, yeah.
All right.
Good point, Chris.
Kyle, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Your number 2.
My number 2 is going to be The Warriors.
Oh, that's a good
intro
one.
theme.
That's a good
that
one.
sets the movie up so amazingly.
It does. That's awesome. That's
that
awesome.
song, though, The Warrior.
No, not that one.
I am the warrior. It's not that one.
Bang bang.
I thought it was
No,
that one.
no, that's
okay.
that's the one that's at the subway intro, man. It's such a good way to
see
set
how
up the
you-
movie.
That whole
confused.
scene is good. All right, Chris, your number 2.
Number 2 is going to be the Requiem for a Dream theme song.
Too high.
Okay.
Too high. That could have been.
Everything's too high.
That could have been left off the list.
Too high? Are you kidding
could've
me?
been an
It is one of the
honorable
most iconic, like, modern themes to
What
any
theme
movie.
is it?
That the violins that
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're
they
talking
use it
about.
in so many things. Like it is.
It's all in the hip hop music.
No,
it's all in the hip hop
whatever.
music.
Yeah, that's
Chris.
how far it's gone. As they've taken it to hip hop music.
Mike, your number 2. That's not hip hop.
Definitely not hip hop. It's Suspiria. It's Goblin. And the title, I guess, is Suspiria.
Very, very nice pick.
Yeah, it's
That is
just
a good
it's a
pick.
beautiful
Fantastic
song.
pick.
I mean, it's a good song.
My number 2 is John Carpenter's Halloween theme.
Yeah.
It's dude. That's
I think that could have been an honorable mention.
Yeah, it's an obvious
That's
choice.
like the number. That should be number 1, but I didn't put it as my number 1 because there's one better.
Oh,
Oh,
I
my
hope
God.
we don't have the same one. I really do.
Kyle, your number 1.
Oh, it's my number 1. This will be Once Upon a Time in the West, specifically Harmonica.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
That is-
That's where you were linked up. He named your number 1. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Too high on the list.
Chris.
Sorry.
Chris is about to tell us something that's too high on the list.
Yeah, watch it be something like Turd Ferguson from
From
The-
Ferg Turgeson.
from the Turd movie Turds on Ice.
Nope. You're gonna like this one, Cody. Purple Rain.
Oh, fuck you.
Not on my list, and now I am
goddamn.
upset. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Purple Rain, Purple Rain. Don't worry, that movie's coming up.
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh, don't worry. It is definitely coming up. Mike, you're number 1.
My number 1, it's from the movie Labyrinth, David Bowie's Magic Dance.
Magic Dance.
That's-
Oh my God, I could bump that in my car. That makes me feel good. That song makes me feel good. I love that song.
That's so funny because I think
Magic Dance.
I
Jump, magic jump.
I posted that
Magic
twice.
jump.
I posted it twice, and I believe Horror Mama, not Horror Mama,
Whore
but
Mama.
Mama
Mama.
on Instagram said Labyrinth also.
It's a good
so.
song. It's a great song.
My number 1 is probably the most recognizable theme of all time, and that's Jaws, the Jaws theme.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
Dum-dum,
Yeah.
You know what it is right when you hear it.
Yeah.
It's nothing else.
Dude, that theme captures a deadly predator. It just captures it all. It's
perfectly paired.
Perfectly.
It's so simple. Like it's just like some dude on a piano
Yeah.
just like hitting
Brilliant.
E4.
Do you want to go through any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I
We
have
have a
Yeah, if
couple.
you
I
got
didn't
some
have
honorable
any.
mentions,
All
throw
right,
them out.
I got two. I have Tim Burton's Batman theme
Yep. Fantastic.
and Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. I've got 3 actually. I've got the Time Warp.
Oh,
Damn you.
my God.
How
do
was
we
that
forget
not
that
on
one?
your
How do we
list?
miss
How's that not on my
one?
list?
How do we miss that one?
I also did put Back to the Future theme
Nice.
because I do think that has a
Oh, yeah.
massive cult following. And Danger Zone from Top Gun.
Oh, yeah. God
good
damn
one.
it.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
going to pepper
I
that in just anyway.
I slacked
That's
off,
gonna
guys.
show up
I
in
have no
this
honorable
episode.
mentions.
I have an honorable mention. The main theme from Space Jam. Loved
Do
it.
that dance, it's your chance to the Space Jam.
All
All
right.
right.
See, dude, everybody knows that one. Everybody knows that
Wait,
one.
what about the Goofy movie?
Yeah, I was about to say, what's his...
That's
Oh,
under, that's,
Powerline?
hey,
Powerline, there you go.
That's underground shit. We
Yeah,
don't
you don't
talk-
know.
that-
People don't
Too
know.
deep.
People
Too
don't know about
deep of a cut.
Powerline.
When we do underground film and review, then we'll bring up a Goofy movie.
And then we'll talk about Powerline like you know who he is. Anyway, guys, that's our show for this week. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram at cultfilm_review. You can also follow us on Twitter at cultfilm_review. You can follow us on Facebook. Just look up Cult Film and Review. Make sure you find us on iTunes, rate us 5 stars, and please subscribe. It helps us out a lot. We don't ask for money or anything like that, so the least you can do for listening to the show is rate us, I hope. I don't know. It sounded like I was being a bully there at the end, so I kind of changed my tune.
Do it.
Yeah, don't do it. You don't have to do it, but please help.
It would
us out.
help.
Please do it. Anyways, guys, you can find Mike at
Mike Salustio on Twitter. I also write about film sometimes on friendlynude.filmmaking.com.
Family nude?
I don't think anybody knows what the name of this website
If
is.
it was
Changes every time.
That's what it sounded like you
I
just
would
said.
be so much more
I
popular.
thought he said family.
so
Nude.
much.
Friendly Neighborhood Nudity?
Friendly
I
neighborhood
heard
Family Feud.
nudity.
Family
Dot
Feud
com.
Nudity?
Yeah, right?
If you can figure out which one of those is the website, make sure you go to it, read it. All right, guys, that's our show for this week. Have a nice week.